the same for a race today. Leave it all out there. Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done. All day. Feeling about it. Just the best.
Holy cow! We have the big one to end the race! Oh, we got a giant pack back here. Holy cow.
Here we come. Go, 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 go. Got to be kidding me.
Didn't even make it a lap.
Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Wow, that was dumb.
Hello everybody and welcome back to live coverage here on the Crown Jewel Race Network. It is your boy back up in the booth once again here for the Team Conti Sim Performance Dash Series at Auto Club. Nathaniel Campbell, we're going to be joined by Zach Johnson up here for a fun Tuesday night Xfinity showdown.
Yeah, it should be a fun one here at Auto Club. It's always a great track, produces great racing. I think we raced here in the preseason last year, and it produced some pretty good racing. So excited for this one.
Yeah, and as we look on from last season, we kind of saw a short season last season, obviously, starting kind of in the playoffs, really, of everywhere else, whenever we were running at that point in the year. And we saw Stuart Harding Walker come home with that championship in I believe it was a 9-race season.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, but it was a pretty short season there. But these guys will have a full 33 race schedule this season, starting off with a preseason race here in Auto Club.
Yeah. We'll get to see what everyone did do the off season, what kind of work people put in, or if people just kind of took the time off, like I know some did. So it'll be interesting to see to gauge where everybody's at in the Xfinity Series. Got a lot of new faces here, a lot of returning ones. So it should be interesting to see how everybody meshes together and see who's up front.
Yeah, it'll be definitely interesting to see what happens for sure tonight. We got qualifying going on right now, so that's why you're kind of seeing guys flying in and out of the picture. We just had the overlay decide to bug out for a second, so we'll get that fixed. Well, we are still qualifying, but tonight we'll see a good 250-mile race, and it's just honestly a fun track that's going to be a very draft-dependent, very kind of aero-dependent type of track. And we saw racing here the last 2 nights in the Truck Series and the ARCA Series. Actually, I believe both won by Cody Porter, and he was able to work his way through the field pretty quickly, and it seemed like that track position was really hard to come by, or it was kind of necessary to have, and it was really hard to get passes done on the track, so the track position was very necessary to have. So it might be that tonight, but we'll see what happens for sure.
Yeah. You said it all.
It's definitely going to be a fun one. Did we see what the stages are? I don't know if Corey sent out a thing for that. He did not.
Don't recall off the top of my head. I can look here. If I had to guess, it would be 30-60, but I'm not 100% sure.
That's probably what it is. looks like we'll have just about 5 or 6 more cars still finishing their qualifying run. Seems like one just has to set a lap still here, and we'll be ready to start our grid and meet the starting lineup here for this preseason race. Obviously, not all drivers in this field will be in the car that they're driving or in the series that they're driving, as this is just a preseason race, so it doesn't really count for the regular season. So we'll see kind of just a general outlook on what the field will look like here for the Team Conti Sim Performance Dash Series field. We are getting gridded up right now. Let's go ahead and see. We can find some drivers that are loaded in. Here we go. On the entry list tonight is the returning champion of Stuart Harding Walker. He had to open entry, as he will be a cup driver this season, and he'll be in that number 69 car tonight. So we'll see him out there tonight.
Yeah, he's starting 10th. Got a good starting spot here.
Still waiting for our
Stages are 35 and 75.
35, 75. Here we go. All right, well, let's go ahead and take them through the starting lineup here. On row 1, we'll see Nathan Fuller in the number 23 Majors Garage machine. To his outside is going to be Colby DiCarlo, another Majors Garage entry. Just behind them, you'll see Rodney Pitcock and Sylvian Jolly. In row 2, row 3 going to be consisting of John Terrell and Jared Bundy, and just behind them you'll see Michael Deitch and Caden Perkins. Row 5 going to have Tommy Krajik, or Tyler Krajik as usually he goes by, and then you'll see Stuart Harding Walker, your returning champion there, just to his outside. And then row 6 you'll see Zach Saunders and Josh Stoltz. You want to go ahead and take him from here?
I can't see. You're going to have to do it.
It's going to be Blake Roebuck and Ted Lisby following in row 7. It's going to be Dominic Lee and Dalton Shearer in row 8. Some new guys in the field there. Cameron Romano and Justin Bell. Some, were they teammates last season? I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
But, oh, no, they were not. But, 2 guys that moving down into the Xfinity Series this season, and then you'll see Rodney Roberts and Leeroy Sellers just behind them in row 10. Row 11 gonna have Nick Baston and Jim Mott just behind them. In row 12 gonna be Tommy Carroll from Moonshine Motor Club, and Mr. Bill Martin doing a fill-in for Hollywood Motorsports for us, as Jay Salmon was not gonna be able to make the race here tonight. Just behind them, going to be in row 13, Sam Bennett making a start for Palmetto Motorsports and Mason Hoffner. And then row 14, you'll see Noah Spalding and Ryan Persinger, followed by Chris Mathis, John Connor in row 15. Row 16, going to be Hayden Higginbotham and Joe Gibbons in the number 8. And rounding out the field here tonight in 33rd, going to be Bob Baker in that number 11. We got 33 drivers out here tonight, 33 cars to make a fun race happen. And honestly, I don't know what's going to happen with this many cars.
I have no idea. It'll be fun. There'll be lots of battling everywhere, because Auto Club always produces some really good racing, at least in the history of our league. So should be fun. Some of these guys, some new guys and some old guys, are going to have to get used to being around each other and get comfortable with each other, and that's why we do the preseason race like this. Just trying to get everybody familiar with each other, get everyone back in the groove. But those major garage cars at the front row are kind of intimidating with the same paint scheme, so we'll see who will be their challengers here as of early in stage 1.
And the cars get rolling off the grid. It's going to be Colby DiCarlo, Nathan Fuller leading them to green here tonight. And we'll see everybody driving off pit road and getting ready to go racing here for the first time in the 2025 season here. So yeah, as Zach said, we got two of the same cars up on that front row for majors. It's looking like a little bit of a Formula One style out there.
Yeah, it is. It's we'll see who's gonna be up front early and who's gonna kind of hang around stage one and get settled in here.
It looks like a few guys that were on the entry list that were supposedly showing up are not here. Looks like Thomas Milano in the 19, the 26 of Caleb Sheets. I believe Kyle Wells in the 30. I don't believe Zach Saunders made it in the 60.
Yeah, he is.
Oh no, he is there. But other than that, I believe everybody else has made it to the race tonight. So we did not have anybody getting cut. Pace car dives off, and we're getting ready to go racing here in Auto Club for the first time. We'll see the green flag. It's the Hollywood 250 for 125 laps around this 2-mile speedway. Here we go.
So these front two guys are. The leader dives down low here. We'll see who gets aggressive on the top here quickly. As we see some 2-3 wide action back in the pack. Looks like they're all shuffled out. Everyone made it through.
4 wide in the back there. You see Stuart Harding Walker up on top. That's our returning champion, making a fill-in race here tonight for Tipton Harding Motorsports.
Oh, they're
slide
4 wide
there
in
for
the corner.
23 of the leader. Big slide in the back as well. I believe that was Tyler Krajcik. It is. And he's on the apron.
Held on to it.
Held on to the big save.
Jared Bundy going around the top side in the triola here. Got a challenge for second here going into 1. I think he's going to challenge for the lead here on exit.
Blinks out for a second, but he's back. Not going to have the run on the outside that he wanted. Slide in the back, unsure of who that was. Looks like they saved it. We're still green. And everything gets settled out just for now. We still see 3 wide here. A little bit of contact between the 71 and the 23 there out of turn 4. Settling down here now on board currently with the 82 of Caden Perkins. Making a fill-in ride for that number 82 Hollywood Motorsports charter. As he's trying to work his way through the field here. Just in front of him, you see another Majors driver, John Terrell, making his way up just in front of Stuart Harding Walker there in 6th.
A lot of guys up here already at the wall, pushing hard here, try to get some track position back because they might not have had the qualifying efforts that they would hope. So it'll be interesting in the next 10-15 laps to see where tires are, who saved, who didn't save.
It's getting dicey up here up front as DiCarlo is starting to pull away. That's definitely what he wants to see. 3 wide behind him for second between Jared Bundy, Nathan Fuller, and Rodney Pitcock there in the number 1 as well. They sort it out as they go into 3 and 4. Bundy's going to have that top lane, which will allow him to clear for the moment. What we were seeing kind of last night as well as in the ARCO race as well, to be honest. These runs on the outside just pulls your car, and if you're able to stay up there, keep the right line, keep the right momentum, you'll basically just be unpassable.
Yeah, but downside of that is obviously the tire wear. If you're not up there being a little conservative, tires are going to fall off pretty quickly, and that's going to be a big talking point. And we're going to see that a lot here during this race. If guys get back into the groove of league racing and having to save tires.
Yeah, 100%. We see this battle right here just outside the top 10, actually just inside the top 10, I should say. as they almost were 3 wide there on the exit of 4. Harding Walker working on the outside of Silver and Jolly. And that 08 machine now on board with Jolly. As you see all the different lines that we're able to take here at Auto Club. And it's a very wide track, for sure. But definitely want to be careful where you place your car in relation to other people.
Yeah, side by side here for the battle for second. Bundy on the top and Fuller on the bottom here. Been running kind of side by side here the last couple laps, but I think they're both kind of being a little more conservative. Leader's already out to almost a second half in front. No need to chase. Kind of run your race. It's still stage 1, very early.
And I think what you'll kind of see as the race goes on is if you're on the bottom, what you need to do to get a pass made is have your nose in front before you enter the corner, or else you're not going to get that pass done. And
you really got to throw it in there to try to slide up before the momentum on the top comes in.
Yeah, 100%. And I think Fuller's definitely just saving his tires right now, not really trying to force the issue. Maybe forcing Bundy to run the top line. Maybe he's making him be a little bit uncomfortable doing that.
Yeah.
Complete here at Auto Club. No yellows just yet. Also stage 1 yellow at 35, so that is a guaranteed one. We'll have 2 guaranteed ones. And we might have one right now. 1 car going around in the back. That's the 06 of Dominic Lee. Got a little bit of front end damage. Stays off the inside wall. And as I was saying it, we get a car going around on the backstretch. We're gonna have to go ahead and see what happened there and figure out what happened to that 06 to get him turned around. So it looks like the 22 just coming off the track.
The 22 just came up a little hot. It might have been a little bit of net code too, but I think it was inevitable. He was gonna hit him anyways, but they're able to keep it off the wall. Little bit of damage on that front left side, but I think he'll be okay here. Just gonna have to get a new set of tires. Definitely lock them up and hurt the tires there.
Not what he wanted. A little bit of the onboard there from Nick Basden just behind them. But quick caution there, a little 2-car incident. I don't believe anybody should be taken out, though. It looks like Lee is still rolling. He'll be at the back end of the field, though, as he'll have to get that damage fixed. And it was contact with the 22 of Rodney Roberts. I believe that's a factory motorsports entry. It is.
I believe so.
So under caution for the first time here tonight in Auto Club. We're going to go ahead and take a word from our sponsors at Team Conti real quick, and we'll be back in just a moment. back here in Auto Club. And it's going to be DeCarlo on the bottom, Jared Bundy on the outside. DeCarlo will be the control car here on this restart.
Yeah, a lot of, from what I could see, a lot of guys pick the top here on the choose cone. And if you're new and you're watching us, we do the choose cone here in the 3 trucks, Xfinity and Cup. A lot of guys pick the top, so it'll be interesting to see who jumped on the bottom and who can capitalize on this track position here. But the pace car is off.
He
and
is
rolling
indeed.
in the restart zone.
Green flag back out.
Great launch for those majors cars on the bottom. Clearing the top, moving up right away.
A little bit of trouble in the back. Looks like that was going to lead once again. He might have been, actually, he got through that. Trying to see who that was in the back there. It looks like Noah Spalding actually got a little bit of damage there on the restart. And looks like Mason Hoffner front end damage and a little bit of rear end damage as well. But everybody else gets it going, and we're still racing up front.
Three wide back there, back of the pack, middle of the pack here.
Multiple
Make it
rows
okay out of here. Survive so far. There's still 3 wide here, going all the way up into 1. So that's a 22, the 82. Giving each other lots of space here.
Kind of what these drivers for sure want. A little bit of contact there between Perkins and it looks like the 60 of Saunders there on the bottom. But they get going straight and no problem there. A little bit of rubbing is racing.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
On board with Nick Baston here on the number 3. As he's currently riding around in 11th, just behind. 3 wide now in the middle.
Still 3 wide.
Saunders going to be looking to make his case now known here on the bottom. And a little bit of contact between himself and Jolly. They're going to save it as they go down. Jolly, can he save it? Oh! And that is definitely going to be a race ender for the 08 there.
I could hear the motor through the camera. That's just, that's a hard hit there.
14 laps in, and it looks like Sylvain Jolly is not going to be leaving Auto Club with a race car. We're going to see what happened here. A little bit of contact from Saunders right there. We're going to have to get a kind of a better camera of this.
Yeah, to me, it looks like he checked up to stay out of the wall, and the guys around him were just a little too close to him to react in time. And it, I think, contacted from the rear end, the left side, sent them around. And
look from on board of Saunders here. Kind of hard to tell. He does come up just a tiny bit, and the 08 is there. But it's hard to tell if the 08 comes down just because of the kind of the angle of this camera itself.
I think the 82 got him in the rear as well. Around the same time, the 60 hit him on the left side. So,
and those pushes will definitely pull your car certain directions as well, and kind of either drag it down or drag it towards the wall, just depending on kind of what the push is, you know.
Yeah. Looked like he had it saved there, but it just snapped back again left, and at that point you're just along for the ride.
Yeah, it was definitely saved there for the moment, and then it wasn't.
Yep. That's how it goes in these cars.
And a unfortunate end to the night, it looks like, for that number 08 machine. Zach Saunders should be okay. He's still out on track in 14th. So it seems like he is going to shake off that incident and try to get it past him and keep on going here. Lights still on the pace car. It looks like they might be choosing next time by if my math serves me right.
Yeah, I think they will be.
But it'll be a dash to lap 35 here, so about 20 laps left in this stage, just under 20 laps. And these guys still kind of, I would say, being somewhat passive, but with these 2 incidents, they might be getting a little rowdy now.
Yeah, everybody's been able to calm down under these cautions. If there was any nerves, shake the nerves out then, and now it's time to get up there and try to fight for some stage points.
So it looks like that was choose cone. We see our leader Fuller on the bottom, and then Ronnie Pitcock goes to the outside. Sorry.
Yeah, interesting.
DiCarlo's the leader, not Fuller.
Yeah, interesting. DiCarlo and Fuller picked the bottom here. They got such a good launch last restart. It'll be interesting to see if the top can hold on here and try to get a good launch. At least have a car outside of them into turn 1 to have a chance to get the lead, or be side by side here on the backstretch. But from what I've seen, the bottom hasn't been the killer it used to be, where it would just you would die down there on the bottom early in the run until it got built in and tires wore a little bit. Then you could use the bottom, but it seems tonight the bottom's been working pretty well, so should make some chaotic restarts here.
It definitely should. We will only have 1 car out of the field basically now after that incident, so 32 left. And lights are off, which means we'll be getting ready to go racing, which means Barney has the flag in his hand. Which also means that pace car is going to dive off track, get out of the way. These guys want to race. Here we go. Coming to the restart zone. In that restart zone, green flag back out. And we're going once again.
Looks like the 2 spun his tires there on that restart. Checked up the outside line heavily. The 01's not too far off of second here, so we'll see what they can do here out of 2. But the 24 has just got a 2-car length lead already.
Yeah, DiCarlo and Fuller pulling away from the field right now. Pitcock settling in about 0.4 of a second back. Should be okay staying on these guys as the draft will keep them there, but we see 3-4 wide in the back, in the middle of the pack, as these guys make their way back around the track for that first lap back under green. Back up to full speed we are. And it's going to be DiCarlo, Fuller, caution back out. We're going to have to slow it back down once again. It looks like this one might be a bigger incident. Few cars off in the front stretch. Looks like Tommy Carroll, Dominic Lee involved in this one. Mason Hoffner possibly involved, as well as Noah Spalding.
Oh.
So we're going to have to see what happened here. Looks like the 06 gets a little bit of contact from the 56, Tommy Carroll, as he tagged the wall on the outside. And he got shot back down into the 06. That's kind of an auto club thing. I don't know if it happens like this at Michigan, which is a similar track, but cars wants to really bounce back down the track if we tag the wall here. You see them go back up the track into the wall. All a near miss there for Mason Hoffman and Noah Spalding. The 2-car incident brings out that caution. I believe Dominic Lee and Tommy Carroll will probably pit after that. We might see a few other guys come down pit road here. Trying
to flip this stage, getting close to the time where we can flip the stage here and get some track position for the start of stage 2.
See if we have any takers this time by. Nobody up front, I believe, will come down pit road as they want to keep that track position for the moment. But we'll see if anybody else decides to maybe make a move. Looks like William Martin going to be one of the first takers all the way back in 28th. He is the only car that has not been involved in an incident that is on pit road right now, so might be trying to flip a stage here. We'll see what Mr. Bill does.
Oh, somebody hit the wall on pit road.
Looks like Tommy Carroll. Looks like a stop and go for Bill. Maybe just a splash of gas.
Maybe. Or checking out to see if he had any damage. Maybe he got near the wall and we didn't see it.
That as well. There's always a possibility of that happening off screen and us not catching it. But we'll have 3 guys on pit road right now as it stands. 1 car is out of the session. And we'll head back up to the leaders here. It's going to be DeCarlo Fuller, followed by Pitcock and Stoltz. That is the top 4, and then 5th will be Blake Roebuck in a factory motorsports machine.
Jared Bundy's still hanging up there in 6th. 3 car. Nick Baston is in 7th. John Terrell's in 8th. Stuart Harding Walker in 9th. And Caden Perkins is running out your top 10 there. Saunders has made his way, starting at the tail end of the field all the way up to 12th. So see how aggressive Saunders is here to end stage 1.
Yeah, and we know the last time we ran a full season with these Xfinity cars, that was a Zach Saunders title. So we know he definitely can drive these cars.
Yeah, he knows these cars very well. He's very good in these cars. It'll be interesting to see once he can get up through this lower end of the top 10, if he can make his way up through to the front. See how the racing picks up front.
Majors guys go ahead and pick the bottom once again. You'll see DeCarlo Fuller on the bottom, and then to the outside is going to be Pitcock. And it looks like 43 Josh Stoltz on the outside, just behind him.
Yeah, we'll see if Josh and Rodney can build on the last restart. It was better than the first one for that top lane of trying to stay with these the 2 teammates on the bottom here. We'll see if they can stay with it and try to challenge them out here on the back stretch in the 3.
Yeah, and last night we saw Josh actually leading for a little bit of time, and then actually got a little bit of rear end damage and ended up getting taken out in that wreck. But the night before as well, he was leading a lot of that race, actually, until Cody Porter decided to pull a little bit of mind games and strategy games, and took that win away from him. But he's definitely looking like a very fast driver here at Auto Club. So is the Dash Series going to be the ticket to victory lane here tonight? It's going to be restarting here on lap 23. Green flag back out as the 17 and the 23 get it going. It says the 24 on the scoring tower. We might have to get that fully fixed. But green flag back out. We'll see how aggressive these guys are with just about 12 laps to go here in this stage. Obviously, with it being regular, a preseason race, I should say, no stage points. So, do you really want to be pushing too hard at the end of these stages here for a top 10 spot, or do you kind of just want to take the car clean? That's the real question, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's more of a driver's mindset of getting back into the flow of things. So at least I would treat it. I'm going to treat tomorrow like it is a points race.
And I think
we'll
that's
see.
the right way.
We'll see what happens, though.
I think that is the right way as well, to be honest. As any
wide
racer
back
out
there.
You gotta get yourself acclimated to the full season. 3 wide here. Looks like the 97 of John Connor on the outside, 15 of Tyler Krajik, and the 00 of Chris Mathis on the bottom. See if they can sort it out through 3 and 4. John Connor way up high, ripping that wall.
Tyler Krashik has shown so far early this race, he's not afraid to throw through line. That's multiple times now. I've seen a middle 3, so
Almost 4
guys
back here.
Yeah, guys are starting to get a little more aggressive here.
Looking at Hayden Higginbotham all the way back in 17th right now. We got battles going on all around the track. Got Ted Lisby just on his outside going around him. Higginbotham going to try to fight back on the inside here through that straightaway though. More 3 wide action further behind them as well. See the 06 of Dominic Lee trying to get through the field. Just got a run. Looks like Bill Martin and Jim Mott as well.
Yeah, for the most part here, this top 10 is single filing out. At least on the straightaways they are. Or all sorts of places in the corners, but for the most part, they're single filed out.
See 2 Majors Garage cars coming up on the 82 of Caden Perkins here. Chris Mathis going around the outside. Trying to take a spot here into the top 10. Kind of like one car hit the wall there.
Rodney in that one car is starting to challenge the 23 of Nathan Fuller here for the second place in the corners.
Yeah, we see him dive it low here on the bottom. Way down low, trying to paint that yellow, white line. Thinking it's Daytona for some reason.
Oh, leader in the wall.
And that's going to allow a run here for Kobe DiCarlo on the inside. Or, sorry, Nathan Fuller on the inside. Two drivers running very similar schemes is not a very good mix for us up in the booth. But we'll get it down eventually. Nathan Fuller takes the lead over DiCarlo.
Rodney's still in pursuit there, and that black, blue, and green car down there on the bottom.
Side by
still
side.
Challenging. Looks like he got maybe a little loose there, but that's a major.
Second, though, he is clear.
Light up, and I think Colby's gonna go back around him here.
He will clear him on the bottom. We'll see if Rodney tries to fight back on the outside. Doesn't look like he will.
See, that's the thing with throwing it in on the bottom. You're so much slower than the guys here on the top. Just these switchbacks. These crossover moves are so common here at Auto Club out of 2 and 4. That's where a lot of mid racing is. You just gotta keep doing it until one of you make a mistake. And as we see,
he might have the momentum here this time.
Carlo, yeah,
it's gonna be close.
He's gonna slide up in front of him again, and he's gonna cross him over once again. Maybe get a little bit of drafting help from his teammate as they make contact going into turn 3.
And that's the thing with these drafting tracks with teammates. It's gonna help having them around you to get those runs. But looks like Pitcock gonna be able to prevail here as we start lap 30 now, and he'll find himself second.
He just threw it in a little too hard there going into 3, and he washed up on exit, and that allowed the 1 to just clear him. Now he's challenging for the lead on the bottom.
Look at this, just behind them. Oh, almost 4 wide there for a second. Whew. These guys are very aggressive right now with just about 5 laps to go here in stage 1. Pitcock going to the bottom. He is going to be clear for the lead over Fuller.
So this is where the bottom, working that bottom, is finally starting to pay off a little bit. Usually the bottom, you got to make some laps to really get a groove, get out of that high groove mentality and into that one. Just from a driver's standpoint, we'll see Fuller's going to challenge him on the bottom here, but I don't think he's going to have anything for him.
Yeah, at this point in the run and this point of these tires, I just don't believe that the bottom really will have what you need unless you have really that run that you need to get past, like I said earlier, where you're kind of in front of them on the entry of the corner. At this point in the run, there's no way you're getting around that car on the outside lane unless he makes a big mistake.
These major garage cars are 2, 3, 4 right now.
They are a good showing so far.
Scored in second place for that lap.
Rodney Pitcock's got a big mirror of majors all up in there. Triple M's.
But outside of that, we're all single filed out here throughout the top 10 now. Oh, as he gets loose, gets a bump from the 23 on entry. Holds on to it.
Going on here at a battle between John Connor and Ted Lisby back in 15th. Caution is going to come out here. Looks like it's going to be for a Noah Spalding incident on the back stretch. Going to get the car fired back up and rolling. See if this was a bad incident at all. Might
I think
not
this
be.
one was just a self-spin here.
Just running the high line, yep, just getting a little too much
Trying to play catch-up and
on that rear end. And yeah, there's
pushing the car a little too much.
some rear end damage on it, so I wonder if that will play into a little bit of the aero of that car. And
Very well, good.
kind of making it turn around like that. That will probably be
Rodney
the stage.
Pitcock. Yeah, I believe so.
If we see these guys come down pit road, it'll definitely be the stage, but top 10 is on your screen if that is the case, and it looks like they are. So Pitcock, Mathis, Fuller, DeCarlos, Stoltz, Roebuck, Harding Walker, Baston, Saunders, and Krajik are the top 10 for stage 1.
Obviously, the biggest mover of stage 1 is Zach Saunders. Started at the tail end of the field. Worked his way all the way back up to 9th, so stage 2 should be a lot of battling here. Everyone's comfortable in now. Just got to make sure everyone's clean on pit road, getting into their boxes, not sliding through them.
You see John Connor making a little bit of a play there off pit road first. See how that strategy works out for him. We know he's got some speed from the end of the truck season. Got a few wins there, and trying to show some speed here tonight.
Rodney wins the race off pit road.
See everybody else cycle out of pit road. And we're going to go ahead and try to drag somebody up. And why not Mr. John Connor, since he'll be in the lead?
Why not?
Oh, you're going to have to drag him. Hey there, John
John
Connor.
Connor. Oh, sorry. It's guys up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, we're seeing you come down pit road here. We thought you were making a little bit of a big brain play. Maybe you just missed your pit stall there, but wanted to ask you how your race is going and just check in and see how you're doing this preseason so far.
Yeah, I definitely missed my pit box, and the car is really good on the bottom, but the bottom doesn't work because of the momentum of the high side, so we're trying to make adjustments, get myself better suited up for the high side and figure that out.
So what's your plan here for stage 2? Are you going to be aggressive and try to make up this track position? Are you just going to kind of ride around and wait for the stage 3 when things get chaotic? What's your plan here?
I think right now the goal is not to push too hard, but definitely try to get back to the top 15 if I can, because that's where my car seems to average out on speed right now. And then after that, yeah, just wait for stage 3. Try not to wreck ourselves.
All right. I don't have anything. Do you have anything else for him, Nathaniel, before we let him go?
I think I'm all good, so we'll let you get back to it, and good luck throughout the rest of your night here. Hopefully we'll see you get it back up into the top 15 like you were saying.
Thank you so much.
So that was John Connor coming off pit road. He'll be 26 on this restart. Pace car dives down to pit road. Gets out of the way. We're back racing here in Auto Club for stage 2. Pitcock choose the outside this time as the control car and get a good jump there on the outside. Josh Stoltz making a little bit of a fight here to the outside of Nathan Fuller here for second. Big slide there for Pitcock and the 23 of Fuller. Both of them go around in turn 1. Cold tires gonna play a big factor on these restarts, and we just saw 2 of the top 3 get taken out by cold tires.
Yeah, that's nothing but cold tires there.
Even Josh Stoltz there slid. You saw it there.
Yeah.
Luckily he saved it. Could have been
Just
a
a little
big
too
incident.
aggressive on throttle thereafter, and got him there. It's unfortunate. He worked so hard to get up to the lead. Won the race off pit road, and just a little too hard there on exit. Tried to wrap the white line a little longer than probably should have.
What a scary sight too as well, doing that 360, seeing the 23 also sliding there, knowing that neither of y'all are in control of your cars. Luckily, everybody else makes it cleanly through that, and nobody going to be affected by any damage or anything. But we'll see Josh Stoltz cycle to the lead now. And even though it's nighttime and there's going to be a lot of grip out there, it's those cold tires definitely still going to bite you if you're not very careful. Gotta at least give it a lap or two to let them warm up there. And you just see there what kind of happens whenever you apply the throttle just a tad bit too much. I don't blame them. Those guys are racing for a win, so you gotta stay up front to have a win. So.
Looks like Rodney's gonna cycle back to about mid-20s here now. If he didn't already come in and pit, I don't know if pit road opened up.
I think it did. I saw the 00 dive down actually. There's a few guys on pit road. Ronnie Roberts, Nathan Fuller, Mason Hoffner, as well as Noah Spalding. But we're gonna go ahead and step aside for a moment, and we'll be back when we're getting ready to go green once again. Welcome back to the bright lights here in Southern California at Auto Club Speedway. Out front we see Josh Stoltz and Mr. Blake Roebuck on the outside. Some new faces going to be leading the field here at our knots in a majors entry.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what these guys can do. Stuart Hard Walker are reigning Xfinity Series champions up there, second row on the top. We'll see how aggressive he gets here.
Zach Saunders in 5th as well there.
Pace car is off. And we're entering the restart zone. And we are green again here at Auto Club Speedway. Josh in that 43 getting a good launch there on the bottom. Should be able to clear the top here as he moves up. But he might have a challenge here on exit if the 6 can kind of close up here.
Everybody going to be fighting and jockeying for position here on these restarts with these fresh tires. Because once they get worn, not really going to be able to gain as much track position as you want. You see Roebuck there dive down to the inside, clear Stoltz for the lead. And he'll be a leader here for at least one lap.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see here.
Stoltz
Josh has
pulls
got
out.
some form on exit.
Oh, it was close. I don't know. We'll have to
Blake
see at the end of the
did
race.
lead that lap. Yep, he led that lap there by a tiny little bit. 0.011. But as we get some contact back there for third, and we got one spinning.
I don't know who that was.
Looks
I'm
like
trying
he
to see
saved
He
it.
saved it. I'm trying to see who that was. I think
That
it
was
DiCarlo.
DiCarlo. He saved it. I saw him merge back up there. Just got a little loose there, rubbing against the guy on the outside, and car went around, but saved it. I don't think he's got any damage, so we'll see if he can be aggressive here and get back up to the front.
Looks like Nathan Fuller's on pit road. It might be over.
These two, Blake in the 6 and Josh in the 43 are still battling for the lead here. Another crossover by Josh here. These guys are going at it right now.
They are, and you see Stoltz there on board going back for the lead. Clears Roebuck once again. 3 and 4 this time. You see Stuart Harding Walker trying to hold off Tyler Krajcik and Jared Bundy in that top 5. Just outside there, though, you see Dominic Lee has worked his way up into the top 10 after a few incidents at the start of the race, and slowly trying to work his way back up through the field. Doing a pretty good job at it right now. Big run there on the bottom for DiCarlo. He'll move back up to 9th.
Lost some spots, but he didn't lose a lot. He's already gained some spots back.
And with these guys fanning out in the corners, it's going to help them catch back up here, and especially if they're going to be fighting for position down the straightaways as well. As you see Roebuck and Stoltz still battling for the lead.
Yeah. See what Josh is doing here is he's running the middle, so he's eliminating that opportunity for the 6 car to kind of run the middle and get closer on momentum on exit and not have such a big gap. And Josh is eliminating that by taking that line away from him and forcing him to run in a lower groove and a half.
The only problem I see kind of with that is he is forced to run just a tiny bit higher, which will eat your right sides up just a little bit more, and will waste that tire. But if he's saving it the right way on a corner entry, you should be fine, honestly.
Stuart Harding Walker is right to the number of the 6 car now. Going to be challenging for second.
Out of 4, Harding Walker taking a peek. Saw one getting loose there on the bottom. Looks like that was Cameron Romano trying to collect that 55 card. Here comes 06. Dropped a few spots out of the top 10 back to 14. I don't know what happened there in those last few laps. That we were
They're
looking
looking 3 wide here now for the exit of 2.
at. Gotta be careful in the middle there.
25 just goes. Looked like he was gonna go right around him, but being on that bottom, he didn't have the momentum just to clear.
Stoltz now ripping the top line here as he's starting to pull away from the rest of the field. This is kind of what we saw in ARCA, and we'll see if he's able to keep it together here for the Xfinity race and maybe not get outgamed by a one set of tires. Obviously having more than one set of tires helps out with strategy.
Stewart Harden Walker there on the bottom challenging the 6 car. As they're going to be side by side going into turns 3 and 4 here. Let's see if Stewart can get the pass done.
Sends it in deep. Roebuck kind of forced to stay all the way up high, which will allow Harding Walker to clear. We'll see a Ford pass another Ford into second. Right now it's a Toyota, Ford, Toyota in the top 4, and then another Ford in 5th. So no Chevys right now in the top 5 after a top 5 was dominated by Chevys at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, DeCarlo's there in 6th place, lurking, ready to get back up there in the top 5 and fight for that lead again.
He is. You see him right there, just behind the 2 of Jared Bundy, who is making a return to the Crown Jewel community, as I believe took a pole. I don't know if he raced any races last season as well. He might have raced 1 or 2.
I think he was halfway through the preseason last year.
But
and
yeah, I don't remember seeing him at all in the regular season. I know he's a veteran.
Yeah, it's I'm happy to have Jared back in the league. Racing Xfinity is going to be fun for him. See, he might get a couple of cup opportunities too with factory if some drivers aren't showing up or aren't there. So
almost contact there, and now contact between the 15 and the 17.
Contact again going into turn 3.
Using their doors. I mean, that's what they're made for. Why not?
Yeah. At this point, we're creeping ever so close to the halfway mark. Elbows are out. The 3 car looking to take it 3 wide here.
Those
in the middle.
Teammates. Gotta be careful.
Cleared the, I believe it's the 17 on the top, 15 on the top. Tyler's looking to go back 3 wide, but just won't have the momentum.
See DeCarlo up there going way low to try to make a move onto Stewart Harding Walker there. On line is Blake Roebuck. Harding Walker is out front.
Yeah, the 6 car is going to challenge the 43 here for second, and DeCarlo is going to follow suit with the 6 to the bottom.
A lot of movement going on also back here and just inside the top 10. This is a mess right here.
Boy,
See,
is this.
Justin Bell, Hayden Higginbotham, and a few of the majors guys mixed in, as well as John Connor all in this mix.
Well, yeah, Tyler is falling through the field here now.
I wonder if the wall contact there that he had just a moment ago kind of took a lot of the speed out of that car there.
Might have. Sweet John Connor finally making his way back up towards the top 10, I believe.
He's in 12th right now. Said he was about a top 15 car, so outperforming his own expectations, which I kind of believe, honestly. He will do. I think
Yeah, it looks like the adjustments he made are working pretty well for him on the top. Looks like the car is happy, but he's sticking to.
Stoltz go around. He saves it.
Off the
Not
wall,
gonna hit
no
anything.
contact with the wall, but I think that was that might have been a show of displeasure.
Foul play there, yeah. We'll have to see what happened there. See Stoltz in the wall out of 2, and then DeCarlo just there. It's hard to tell because whenever you get into the wall here on iRacing, it just keeps you there, and it really slows you down. So you really need to pull the car off the wall before either you get ran over or you just get a lot of damage on the car, really.
Yeah, it looks like Josh was just maybe a half a car length off the wall, and Carlo thought he was gonna go all the way to the wall and just misjudged the space there.
We'll get one look on board of the 17, and then also one on board of the 43, just to kind of get a full look at everything. Yeah, that's
it's
really
the same
hard,
space there.
really hard to tell right there, honestly. I wouldn't really put the blame on either one of them just because of the way it looks, at least from this camera angle.
Yeah. Like Carlos, he's on the bottom. He knows he's not gonna have the momentum during exit, so he's trying to get to that court
Just slight
try and
tapping
get-
the ball. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's really just a there and there
Racing
incident.
There, yeah.
Both
But
of
I
them
don't think-
will stay clean.
I don't think the 43 has much damage, if any, so he should be okay here. Tires might not be happy with him here right now, but see the 15 of Tyler cross-check on pit road.
Michael
Maybe
Dice
gets-
as well, Dominic Lee, Chris Mathis, looks like Jim Mott, Tommy Carroll, and Noah Spalding all on pit road. Looks like Nathan Fuller is back out on track. He's getting a lap back here. He'll be, looks like 11 laps down, maybe 10.
Yeah, he'll be 10 now.
Looks like we have 4 drivers out of the race: Caden Perkins, Ted Lisby, Ryan Persinger, and Sylvan Jolly, all out of the race right now. So currently running is 29 of these nice looking Xfinity cars.
Somebody we haven't talked about much of today, Rodney Roberts is up there in the 13th position. Having a quiet night.
Did have that
Wow.
incident early on, but
Did have that incident early on, but
very
it's been,
methodical night for him.
yeah, he's slowly but surely working his way up through the field a little bit. Hayden Higginbotham all the way up to 8th now.
Currently our biggest mover, up 23 spots.
Rodney Pitcock is rebounded now to 11th as we have the choose cone here. Leader picks high. I think that's the first time we've seen that today. Of Stuart Hardin Walker elected to take the top. The 6 car takes the bottom. 24 will follow the 69 to the top. And Jared Bundy, second row on the inside there. See a lot of factory guys up here in the top 5, top 7.
Yeah, and they got 4 entries here tonight: Bundy, Baston, Lee, and Roebuck.
Yeah, 3 of them. They're 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now. So
Good showing
good
for
day,
those guys.
good showing for factory, and I'm sure the owner Minky's happy with that so far.
And Lee was just on pit road there, so we know he's been battling in and out of the top 10, so he's got the speed there as well too. So all 4 of those cars definitely looking pretty good here tonight.
So it looks like the lights are back on the pace car, so we'll go around one more time under caution.
And while we're doing that, why not talk to Stuart Harding Walker,
Why not? I will get him up here.
our current race leader.
I can find him.
If he's he might not be in the server right now. I don't think he is. Huh.
I don't think he is. Well, oh, there he is. I see him.
Oh yeah, he just joined. Hello, Mr. Stuart Harding Walker. Welcome to the booth. How's your race going so far?
Oh, not bad. You know, we've been working on the car and getting better and finally leading.
Yeah, and
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, we've seen this. We've seen you kind of working your way up through a very slow push up to the front. Finally up front now. Wanted to ask you how the car felt out on the track.
Not too bad. We've been struggling, kind of a mix of loose and tight as the conditions change. You know, once it got to night, it's really some of our guys is fighting with tight. I know Hayden was complaining about being tight. I'm kind of in the middle where sometimes I'm tight, sometimes I'm loose, but it's a good enough balance where I was able to take the lead. So I think we've got the car to win, and we just got to capitalize.
All right. Well, we're about to go green here, so we wish you luck. We'll cut this one short here. I hope we can talk to you at the end of the race here.
All right, thanks, guys.
That was Stuart Harding Walker in the 69, our defending, we'll say defending champion of the Dash Series.
He won the 9-race series, so
He did.
all the props to him. A controversial finish, but he won it.
And pace car dives down low, gets out of the way one more time here in stage 2.
Green
Just
here.
under 20 laps to go.
Stewart gets a good launch here. The 6 will clear, come up to the top as they single file out here in the top 5 for the most part. As they start to fan out here in the corner. As you see DeCarlo challenging the 6 for second place. He's actually had a pretty good momentum there on exit, so he's got that nose in front of him on entry here. We'll see if he can clear and slide up.
Going for the lead here too on the bottom. Did get clear of the 6 there. Gonna have that draft of the 69 now just in front of them here. Just about gonna be what is that, 17 laps until stage 2 in?
Yeah, something like that. I think that math is mathing.
On board with Baston right now in the number 3, currently in 5th, up 16 spots from the start of the race. You see the leaders going side by side just in front of them, down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Harding Walker trying to stay up high, keep that lead from DeCarlo. Is it going to stand? I don't know. Out of 4, they're going to be side by side to the line.
He's going to clear him, I think. Yep, cleared him. DeCarlo back up to the lead after the almost spin earlier in stage 2.
Harding Walker just going to have to settle in here and not get too ruffled by that pass. He does get back to the inside here on the exit of 2, but the draft going to keep DeCarlo kind of out there. He'll pull back a little bit more on entry, shoots it through the middle.
And here comes Saunders. Don't look now, but he's getting heavily. Stewart's loose. He catches it. Around goes to 60 in the 6 car, though.
Split the middle 3 wide with Zach Saunders and up into the top 3 now. As Harding Walker going to be forced to the middle 3 now here, just behind them, and he's going to fall back to 5th after that moment in turn 4. Good save there from the 69. So keep that car going straight, and he'll fight to see another day here in stage 2. Into 3 and 4, Saunders looking low.
He's
Roebuck
working that.
up
There's
high.
a tight 3 wide back there right behind him. A little
It
contact, a little rubbing.
They keep it
They
clean.
all get out safely there as of right now.
Pit caught them clear the 99.
They're gonna go
Justin
back 3
Bell.
wide here on entry.
Looks like the 06. That's Dominic Lee, Factory Motorsports.
Dominic Lee
sending
is
it in,
moving
deep on
through the
bottom.
field. I think he might have gotten tires here, and he's cruising his way through the field right now on the bottom. As we see one get loose all the way back there in the back of the pack. Looks like he collected it as that Major's car.
I think that was Nathan Fuller. He's actually a couple laps down. That's why it wasn't going to him. But Carlos
See
starting
this-
to pull away from Roebuck and the rest of the field. Here comes Baston on the top. Couple
Yeah,
of the,
this is
Factory
a
Motorsports
big
cars.
battle here for second now. As we see Lee close all the way up to Saunders' bumper.
All 4 Factory Motorsports cars in the top 10. And Lee did take fresh tires, by the way, under that last pit stop.
See, they're gonna go 3 wide here. Lee, Saunders, and Stewart. Looks like
he's about-
Stewart's gonna get out front. Lee's just gonna clear all of them.
I'd say he's about 15 lap fresher tires than the rest of these guys. So yeah, it's going to be a huge advantage for Lee.
He's gonna be 3 wide for second now as well.
I think this is a good strategy for him to get track position. The only thing that will kind of screw him over here at the end of the race will be just having a set
late
less
caution.
than everybody else.
Yeah, if we get a late caution here at the end of the race, which is more than it's happened plenty of times before. So,
but moving through the field is Dominic Lee. So go on board with him, chase him down. Colby DiCarlo out front. That last time around, he was a 40.98 in traffic, while DiCarlo was a 41.04 in clean air. So this lead battle here might be closing pretty quickly. 4.61 for Lee, 41.18 for DiCarlo that time. He's definitely flying compared to DiCarlo at this point in time of the race. See
Rodney
all the mess in the back there down the back straight.
Yeah, Rodney Pitcock is slowly picking off guys one by one here, making his way back up to the field. As of right now, is challenging Zach Saunders in the 6th car.
And Lee makes that move for the lead very easy, as he goes straight around DiCarlo, and to the lead he goes here on lap 65. Going to be 10 laps to go.
A different leader here at Auto Club. We've had a lot of different leaders so far. So it should be interesting to see how his strategy here plays out, but he's moving with those fresh tires right now, wasting no time.
I believe he will be coming down pit road with the rest of these guys, just to keep the track position and also keep the speed compared to everybody
Stay on
else.
sequence. Let's see 3 wide here. As they clear out.
On board with Michael Deitch, as he's moving up to 4th, now looking for 3rd on the inside of Nick Baston here.
It looks like he got fresh tires.
Contact
too.
into the wall, Tyler Crosshit goes around. Big one. Flipping. I don't know who that was, but almost flipping through the infield grass off the front end of Tyler Krajcik. Looks like that was Cameron Romano.
Oh, and adds insult to injury there, hitting the inside wall.
And big incident there. We're going to have to get another look at this one for sure. We'll look at Cameron Romano here on board. As you see in front of him, Krajcik getting into the wall, coming back down the track. Whoa! Just unfortunate timing, as it almost always seems with
Poor
Romano.
Cameron, man. Yeah, it's always the bad timing with him. Tried to keep his foot in it just to get back on track, and barely knows through. But it looks like what caused that that incident, the 22, the 15, and the 98 were 3 wide here and exit. And
Higginbotham sneaks by it.
yeah, looks like the 15 just kind of bobbled there in the middle and on exit and got up into the 98. Around he went and just caught Cameron. Boy, that Cameron, that wreck gave me Kyle Busch, who was it, Ross Chastain vibes from the Texas All-Star race. I think it was when Ross Chastain went airborne.
Oh yeah, I was there in person.
Yeah,
That one was
that
a,
gave me those
crazy
vibes
wreck.
there.
But another caution here. 7 cautions here now on the night. We'll get at least one more for stage 2 if we don't get another racing one.
If you want to flip the stage, this is the time to do it. You got about, we're gonna go green with 5 to 6 laps to the end of the stage, as we see the one car dive down pit road here. And a lot of these guys in the back diving down pit road to flip the stage. Saunders coming down.
Looks like
So
Bell,
this is
Higginbotham, Connor.
something we figured we'd see with these guys running the back half of the top 10 and into the top 15 here, trying to flip stage, get a little bit of track position for the start of stage 3.
Romano gets that car onto pit road as well. after
So it
being
should be a
involved in that.
hectic shootout here for stage 2, with fresh tires and old tires, and somewhat fresh tires for some of these guys.
Yeah, and that strategy now for Dominic Lee, he's technically on the same strategy as some of these other guys with how the tires are going to work out. But he's going to be pitting with the rest of the field that is still out on track. So it's kind of like almost a triple negative now for Dominic there. after taking those fresh tires. But we'll see if he's able to stay out front of at least this strategy and maintain that lead on these guys.
He should be able to put up a better fight than some of these guys who haven't pit since the end
For
of stage
sure.
1. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see here if he can stay out in front, or maybe even just lose 1 or 2 spots here, which is no harm to these guys who are going to stay out anyways. So got to pick your battles here on the restart. These guys getting fresh tires too. You got to pick your battles. Don't be too aggressive here and wreck yourself trying to get past all these guys when you're going to be past them in 8 or 5, 6 laps on when they pit anyways. So be a fun restart here.
Just looking at it honestly here on the scoring sheet, it's saying that the first guy on fresh tires on that strategy is going to be John Connor all the way back in 18th. So I don't think he's going to have really any immediate problem. At least
we'll see. We saw how fast he flew up through the field.
But
so
yeah, that will be interesting to see. We'll see. He has 20 lap fresher tires than everybody else that stayed out. So all these guys still on the track in front of 18th are on about
tires,
6 lap old tires. You got guys on 1 lap tires, 36 lap old tires. Then you got a guy on about 18 lap old tires. There is actually another guy on this strategy as well. I believe Chris Math is back in 10th. Looks like.
It'll be a fun restart. I hear a lot of low gearing, so some of these guys, I don't know what the starting gear for Auto Club and Xfinity is, but from the sound of it, I'm here in first gear, so you got to be mindful of wheel spin here as well. That could play a factor. I don't think we had a restart this late in stage 1, so got to make sure we get grip before we press the throttle all the way down. Otherwise, we might have a pile up like Gateway in season 1. See the pace car dive down pit road here. Coming to the restart zone. And we are green at Auto Club again. Lee gets a great launch here on the top line. Gonna clear everybody. Gonna see somebody dive all the way down to the white line here.
Way down low.
3 wide going into turn 1 here on the restart. Maybe almost 4 wide.
See Lee fully be able to take advantage of those fresher tires compared to the rest of those guys around him and pull out a gap. Somebody that we actually haven't really talked about tonight, 2 guys actually, Bob Baker and Jim Mott creeping into the top 10 almost there.
2 OGs creeping in close to the top 10, knocking on it. We see Jared Bundy hit the wall, spinning.
Across the
big
track,
wreck.
3 and 8. Joe Gibbons
Couple
able to save
factory
it.
guys involved there. Jared's hood came. It looked like Jared's hood
more
came
accident,
up
more
right
wrecking
away.
going on behind them. Bob Baker involved. It looks like Justin Bell, the 54 of Sam Bennett.
And Bennett.
There was a second incident after that.
Yeah, second incident. Just I'm assuming trying to avoid everything and didn't know a guy was there and tagged him and caused another one. So not sure if that's gonna end the stage. We might have a 1-2 lap shootout here as well.
Oh, and we just see
Ooh,
cars
that was a
going
big
everywhere
hit.
here. So we're gonna have to get a
We're gonna have to dissect this one.
yeah, good look here. It looks like the 2 gets sent across the track off of the 69. Trying to tell if it's like the 00.
Yeah, they were
That's
4 wide on the exit of 4, and yeah, it's just no room.
Bob Baker gets hit by Jim Mott as he checked up for the wreck. Got sent back down the track into Justin Bell, then Hayden Higginbotham nowhere to go up top.
Everybody hit Bob there. Damn.
So that's why Bob got turned around.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, what caused that there was just 4 wide off of 4, and somebody might have thought they were clear and weren't clear.
little bit of contact between Bennett and Bell as well there. Joe Gibbons had slight contact with the 3. I think he should be fine as he went through the grass there. And yeah, under caution once again. Michael Deitch going to be up to second now. He's actually on the same strategy as Dominic Lee as well. And a lot of guys going to be on pit road this time by, including DeCarlo and pretty much the rest of the field that
Didn't hit last time.
yeah. Still a few
But
guys.
interesting. Yeah,
Joe
Lee.
Gibbons, Stoltz still on the track, Roberts on the track still, and Blake Roebuck still on the track, all last pitted in the 30s.
So we're gonna have 3 different sets of strategy here. Of and it may not be a lot of laps difference in the tires, 1 or 2 laps, but that does make a difference here later in the run. So if we get a longer green flag run like what we've seen here, stage 2 up before the second caution, or the second to most recent caution here. But that wreck took out a lot of guys, so let's see. Bundy's a lap down now. Bob's a lap down.
A lot of guys still on pit road as well. John Terrell, looks like Justin Bell, Leeroy Sellers, Nick Baston, Sam Bennett, Hayden Higginbotham, Bob Baker, Jared Bundy, Cam Romano, and Tyler Krajik all on pit road. Field coming back around, and I don't think they called the stage there because of the guys that stayed out, and they are getting the
Yeah,
here on
they're
lap
choosing here,
74,
so they're gonna
should
get
be
a
one
one-lap
shootout.
shootout. It's gonna get dicey again. As we see the leader Dominic Lee pick the top. 17 of Michael on the bottom. Still got 3 factory, I think 2 or 3 factory guys up there in the top. Got a good amount of Fords up there in the top 5.
The field's starting to weed itself out as we have, it seems, 21 cars on the lead lap. So about 12 cars have been knocked off the lead lap. That's a few guys still on pit road who probably will try to take as long as they can before this green flag comes out, because they know that there's only going to be 1 lap of green, so they're not even going to get up to really full speed out front.
No.
But it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, it will.
Just if you want to think about it in any specific way, you could probably think about it as a MX-5 race.
Yep.
These cars aren't full powered, but they are fun.
Pace car is off. The leader coming to the restart zone. And we are green here at Auto Club again. Michael in the 17 getting a good launch, not letting the 06 get too far out in front of him here, and caution is out as they wrecked in the back of the line. So that will be the end of stage 2. The guys in the back there, yeah, there's a couple guys in the back that spun that I could see at the back of the
Zach
camera.
Saunders was stopped at the start-finish line.
Oh, there it is. That white and orange car there on the top. The 63.
So
looks
Noah
like.
Spalding looks like, as they get fired back up and going, maybe in the wrong gear, just didn't get going. Saunders gets into the back end of them, and everybody stacks up, and almost a night under there for Stu Harding Walker. But big
Somebody
contact for
pounded into that wall there.
that Majors car.
Yeah. Well, stage 2 winner is going to be Dominic Lee, so why don't we get him up here and talk to him?
Why don't we? Let's go ahead and drag the driver of the 06 up here.
Hey, Dominic, it's the guys up in the booth. You got a copy?
I sure do.
Stage 2 winner. We see you on an alternate strategy that seemed to work very well for you. Just walk us through the strategy there and what made you go with that strategy.
Well, I got in some trouble early on, and unfortunately got relegated back to the back of the pack. And I had to do something different because I wanted to be up there with my teammates, and so had to play some kind of different strategy. So I went with that, alternate strategy there.
The balance in your car looks very well. Is the car handling good? Had to make any major adjustments yet so far? And how's the track?
No, the balance of my car is perfect. I mean, a little bit loose off as the run goes on, but other than that, we're really good.
All right. Any other alternate strategies, tricks you got in the bag you want to share with us for the ending of this race, trying to go for the checkered?
Not right now.
All right, but well, I wish you luck, and I hope we can talk to you at the end of this thing, in victory lane.
Thank you. I hope so too.
Good luck.
Gotta move him here in the right channel this time. Did not move him in the right channel.
So the way it'll cycle out is John Connor is going to be leading this race. Bill Martin in second, followed by Kobe DiCarlo, Rodney Pitcock, and Michael Deitch.
Yeah, we see all these different strategies finally cycling through here, and got some new names up front. John Connor, who we talked to at the end of stage 1, who looked like, I believe it was the end of stage 1, who looked like he was going to stay out. Now got himself some good track position out front here, leading this thing. As lights are off the pace car, so we will be going green next time by. Wave rounds going around.
We'll have the top two up on the top.
John and Mr. Martin, they're in the 76 filling in for you guys.
Normally going to be Jay Salmon throughout the rest of the regular season, but unavailable tonight, so we decided to go ahead and let Mr. Bill.
And that Majors car is not going away. Colby DiCarlo is back up there. He's the first on the bottom there. We'll see if he has anything for John and see if John has anything for him to hold him off. So, looks like the lights are back on the pace car, so we're going to go around one more time again. Trying to get everybody bunched up, I assumed.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's maybe an outstanding penalty or something that they're looking at.
Could very well be. You know, a lot of guys got wave rounds there too, so. But as of right now, we got 19 on the lead lap, I think.
Yes, 19. You are correct. So 19 on the lead lap. First car, any laps down, is going to be Dalton Shearer, 2 laps down. Going to be, I believe, 3 now. And then Noah Spalding, Justin Bell. Justin Bell is running. I believe he's the only one that is running. Other than Tyler Krajik, it seems. Nathan Fuller looks like he's running. But other than that, not a lot of these guys that are multiple laps down are still running. So kind of see all of them scrolling by there on the top of your screen in relation to where they will most likely end up finishing.
Now, for some of you who aren't familiar with us doing the choose code, as you see, there's only 4 or 5 cars there on the top. If you do not make it to the line or make it to the pack while the pack is choosing, you're automatically forfeited to the end of the longest line in order. So that's why we have a long string of cars on the bottom and only a couple guys on the top. So make sure these drivers are being careful here, not moving up too quickly until they get past the start-finish line, because that is a penalty, the lane change violation. So
I'm also getting a report of, looks like Bill Martin getting a choose cone violation.
ooh,
So he's at
that's a
the
killer.
tail end of the longest line.
That's a long ways back there, especially being single file back there.
He was second on the outside.
Oof, that sucks.
So that'll move up Pitcock as well as Stoltz and Gibbons on that outside lane with only 4 cars. Pace car dives down low, and we're going to have a little bit of a wonky restart here for stage 3. Here we go. John Connor, let's see what you got.
It's a good launch there, but Carlo's not going away. He tucks in line pretty quickly. As we John run the bottom, and DeCarlo's going to elect the middle here. Everybody seems to be going down low up front. Being careful on these cold tires is what we saw at the beginning of stage 2. This read DeCarlo challenging for the lead, going side by side into turn 3. He's going to have the advantage here on entry. John looks really slow actually on the top.
Yeah,
He's
DeCarlo
gonna
has
take
that
back down the third.
preferred line there on the inside and very easily pulls ahead. Caution back out. Trying to see. I don't see anybody that would have been the cause for that. Oh, looks like Joe Gibbons sliding. Oh, and then in the background there, Stuart Harding Walker and Tyler Krajcik getting into each other.
Immediately going down pit road, yep.
Not giving me a an incident for some reason, even though that was the pretty big incident.
Yeah.
Let's try to see what they get a better look at it.
Oh. Looks like they might have been two separate instances there.
I think Krajcik ended up getting loose on the top, it seems, and it just free fall down the track.
Stewart might have been trying to prematurely,
up,
yeah, he might have been prematurely trying to avoid the 8 that was spinning down there on the bottom in front of him, so he moved up and just not realizing the Tyler was there.
Yeah, just 2 cars kind of getting loose there at the same time. Yeah, Krajcik definitely came down the track a lot as he got loose.
Unfortunate
and, just nowhere
for those
them
two
to go.
guys. Yeah. As we saw, I believe our leader came down pit road. DeCarlo.
He did come down pit road as he's off pit road now under our 10th caution here tonight, 82 laps in.
So that's going to cycle the 97 of John Connor back to the lead.
He's going to have Pitcock and Stoltz in the top 3. Connor up 29 spots, I should say. Currently our biggest mover, the only guy up 20 spots at all, and he's almost up 30. Too bad he can't move up any more spots.
Yeah, maxed out the spots to gain. Let's hope he can just hold on to it for the rest of the race here.
Keep it that way. He's got about 44 laps to try to stay out front. We'll probably have for sure one more pit stop here. The question is it going to be under green or is it going to be under yellow?
Yeah, that's the question. If this thing strings out here, we might, there's a good chance we might be able to see green flag stops. I'm not sure what the fuel tank here is for Auto Club. To ask one of the drivers that here for our next interview.
I want to say it's somewhere around 40 to 45. Could be wrong. But usually I feel like at these 2-mile tracks, usually that's kind of where it's at. They get it all sorted out for choose cone this time. Hopefully we won't have a long banana line on the bottom.
It doesn't look like we will this time. A lot more guys on the top. I'm sure a lot of these guys prefer to be up there on the top lane, so. It'll be John Connor and Josh in that 43 up front row. Rodney Pitcock in the one car elected to take the top behind John. So I think all three manufacturers in the top three. So
You see, a lot of these guys that are kind of in the top 10 right now have been involved in previous incidents, and that just shows how these longer races really allow you to get back into it if you don't go a lap down.
yeah, the big thing is, at least I'm not sure Xfinity wise, but Cup wise, big thing is the toe link, and it's talked about all the time. But these guys, body's a little more tough in these Xfinity cars. You can do a little more beating and banging around. So, let's see, his pace car is about to pull off to pit road as it does now.
Now we got the banana line up on the top. The preferred line for the restart.
Green flag here. John gets a really good launch there in that Ford Mustang. See the battle for second. Clumped up. As we see the 6 make a move down to the bottom here. See if they're 3 wide for second. Now 2 wide.
Almost contact between the 43 of Stoltz and whoever was up top there. I believe it was Pitcock in the 01. They sorted out through the back straightaway.
John Connor's already up to 3/10 advantage as he goes down to the middle lane. A lot of these guys in the front electing to take the bottom now here.
A little bit
Tire
of
saving.
freeness from the 22 there of Roberts.
Yeah, Rodney's moving up through the field pretty good now.
He is up to the top 5.
Good showing forward to this point.
John Connor about 0.4 of a second now out front, starting to pull away from these guys, but the draft going to pull him back in as they go down these straightaways. So he's going to have to get his work done in the corners to try to keep this lead where it's at, but also position battling going to keep him out front. As you see Roebuck diving down to the inside and going to clear Stoltz there for a second as they come out of turn 4. Starting to see a little bit of pack spread now as well, as a lot of cars are starting to drop out of the field, and we're starting to get smaller packs. And the lead pack's really only consisting of about 9 cars here on board with the 43 of Stoltz.
The 22 got loose there on exit, but held on to her and didn't lose too much time there. So a lot of these guys are gonna run hard these first couple laps and then start to take it a little more easy here and try to just get to the end here, save the tires if we get the long run. See everybody playing follow the leader there on the straightaway, trying to get every last little bit of draft they can.
Back on board with Stoltz here in third. See, looking to the
Peak
inside
low here, side by side here on the backstretch. As actually they might go 3 wide here. Nope, the one car
decided better of himself.
Yep. Smart decision there, as now the one car is going to go all the way down to the white line. But Rodney's going to be side by side with these two now. He's going to be looking to challenge Josh for the second position here. He's going to be challenging
a lot of
Connor, yeah.
As that lead has just vanished there with the draft.
So we might be getting out close here to some lap traffic too of Bob Baker in the 11 car.
Here comes the 06 of Lee flying in through the bottom there.
Almost makes contact with the 6 there.
3 wide for the lead now. Here comes Josh Stoltz as well as Rodney Pitcock. Stoltz going to lead the lap. Pitcock has the preferred line on the bottom, and he's going to be definitely saving those tires. Stoltz going to be way up high. I'd say 4th lane up the track. I'd say this track is probably about 5 lanes. Bob Baker now also going to come into play here with lap traffic. This is going to be interesting.
Looks like these guys are all, for the most part, going to get him on the straightaway here. As we can see one get loose behind Bob. like one of the majors cars. I don't know if he held on to it or not.
As they work their way through the field, we'll go back and look at some of these other battles. You see Jim Mott trying to hold off. Looks like Martin a little bit further behind him. He's got a couple of lap cars giving him some cushion. And further back, Joe Gibbons in 13th, Tommy Carroll 14th. Looks like Stephen Walker is relinquished back to 15th after that incident there.
We're almost just 3 wide for the lead there.
Back out front, Ronnie Roberts making a move for second. 36 laps, going to be 35 when we get back to the line to go.
Well, that 22 car is flying right now. As he gets loose there. Oh, the 97 of John Connor gets spun around.
He'll keep it in
It's
the
like
grass.
he's gonna hold on to her. Damage on the
Might need to
the
slow it
left
down
rear.
just a little bit here. He's good.
Looks like there's some damage on the left rear there. I don't know what exactly happened, but
The 11th caution of the night coming out for John Conti. See what happened here on the outside of the 0-1. Outside of the 6.
it's like
Tags the
yeah,
wall.
bounces off the wall and just comes down and gets tagged.
Yeah.
No, nothing for the 6. Nothing you can do there to prevent that.
Kind of like that incident that we saw earlier in the race with, who was it that bounced off the wall there? Was it the 56 of Tommy Carroll, I believe?
Might have been, but as you see, a lot of the leaders coming down pit road here, electing to maybe get some fresh rubber in the car, or on the car here.
And this could be the race-defining strategy here.
Ah,
You
this
see
would be
Roebuck, Deitch, and Bill Martin stay out. Everybody else down pit road.
I think we're in the window, for sure in the window here now to make it to the end, so.
The race off pit road won by Dominic Lee. Josh Stoltz, followed by Ronnie Pitcock, Ronnie Roberts, and Colby DiCarlo, Zach Saunders, and Mason Hoffner. We'll round out that top 10. Jim Mott, 11th, Joe Gibbons in 12th. Now you're seeing Tommy Carroll roll off pit road there, 13th.
Tommy Carroll rebounding from his earlier incidents pretty well here, creeping up to the top 10.
And Blake Roebuck from Yakima, Washington. Wow. I might have to go see him next Christmas. That's where I travel for Christmas.
Oh, really?
So might have to see him. He's leading the race now in that number 6. We'll have to see if his strategy here of hoping possibly for a late race caution to
Pays
come
off.
Yeah, will pay off. He'll have about 15 lap older tires than everybody else. So it's not too much of a difference, but 15 laps is going to be enough to
Enough to drop like a rock, yeah.
to see it definitely once we
See
get
him
going.
elect to take
full
the
speed.
top here on the choose cone.
But,
Well, this front of the field has been shaking up since the start of the race, that's for sure.
got a Pacific Northwest driver leading the field. Never thought I would say that, honestly.
Well, back in the Connor Wold days, that was a pretty frequent thing. As the lights on the pace car are turned back on. Possibly just to sort out some of these lap cars, making sure everybody's all in the right spots here as we see a long banana line on the top again.
They go back off, so
Oh, and they're back off now.
looks like we're trying to get it going as quick as possible.
Well, we'll see what the 17 has for Blake here.
See Bill Martin back up also to that second row of the outside lane. The 76, he stayed out here as well. Going to be hoping for, looks like a late race caution. So Josh Stoltz on the inside of him will be officially P3, but I think due to choose count,
lights,
let's go back on. I think
lights
due to
go back
choose count,
on.
he's technically fourth. But as the lights do come back on, we'll go ahead and step aside real quick, and we'll be back for green flag here in stage 3 at Auto Club.
Are you ready to take your sim racing to the next level? If so, VRS is the answer you've been looking for. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything you need to analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off your lap times. Our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the best drivers in the world, including Josh Rogers, Keegan Leahy, Ray Alfala, and Mitchell de Jong. And the good news is VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So, if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad you did. Get the VRS Direct Force Pro today.
Welcome back to the West Coast, and we got a West Coast driver out front right now. It's going to be Blake Roebuck leading us to green here on the outside of Michael Deitch, followed by Bill Martin and Josh Stoltz in that second row. Pace car dives down, and we're getting ready to go racing for the 12th time here tonight. Let's go.
The 6 car of Blake gets a good launch here. Will easily clear that inside lane here, and they're going to try to get formed back up and start the chase after the 6 into turn 1.
Huge jump for him, actually, as he pulls away big time from everybody else there.
3 wide for second here. You see
in the
Josh get loose. He's going to hang on to it there. Tight racing.
Contact between the 0-1 of Pitcock and Bill Martin. And Pitcock going to go around. Everybody's got to watch out. Oh, boy. Oh, no.
Big hit there at the end.
I don't know who that was there that made contact with Rodney Pitcock, but that was a huge impact that I don't know if we've ever seen that before on Crown Jewel Race Network.
I don't think we have. That was a big wreck there at the end there. It looked like that it was just a very tight 3 wide up against the wall that caused it. Let's see.
Yep, 3 wide there. Pitcock in the middle squeezed Martin just a tiny bit. Didn't really have space to go up anymore, and Bill had nowhere to go, obviously, being forced against the wall. And it just turned that 1 all the way around. Everybody else that was in that near vicinity able to get around it.
And Jim Mott barely escaping that.
It looks like it's the 88 of maybe Ryan Person, I think. The 88 there. It is. Well, on board with him as we see the mayhem just unfolding. He is off the gas, on the brake, just nowhere to go.
Oh boy, that is a major hit.
Yeah, just nowhere to go, and
ran out of room. And
super unfortunate race for him so far as well, as he's only had 33 laps on the track tonight, all the way back in 32nd. And I think he just got back out on track as well.
He's one of those guys that bad luck always seems to find him when he's here and he's racing. So not the start I'm sure he wants to the 2025 season, even though it is preseason. It's still the start of the 2025 season. So
yeah, and just a huge wreck. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that, honestly.
Yeah, that was a massive hit. But Colby DiCarlo is back up there in that 24 machine, back up into 3rd. See if he can challenge these 2 factory guys up front Factory dominating the second half of this race, it seems like here.
Yeah, we've seen a few different teams have kind of good runs up front at different parts of this race. Right now, it's kind of being shared by both Majors and Factory. I'd say DeCarlo's been doing a lot of the heavy pulling for Majors, though, after a lot of the other guys kind of been involved in incidents and either taken out of the race or pushed a lap down or more. Fuller is still, looks like 8 laps back, trying to get those laps back. I don't know if he will, but scored in 21st right now. I think he's the only other Majors car that's running as well.
Yeah. Lurking in 6th place there is Zach Saunders, as he's a closer, so we'll see if he can get up there and into the fight. He's been relatively quiet all night, so had to start in the back, work his way all the way up to the front here, but he's been hanging around that 6th place spot. I don't know if he's able to get much more out of his car, or if he's more set up for the long run, and we just haven't had the opportunity for that up to this point.
Another guy that's kind of been quiet tonight, actually right next to him, is Mason Hoffner, who has worked his way quietly just outside the top 5. And has that 29 car looking very fresh. And looks like it was just pulled off the hauler, basically. And he's up front right now, so he has a pretty good chance here at the end of this race to make some moves as well.
And don't look now, ladies and gentlemen, but the 20 car of Jim Mott is in 8th place.
Inside the top 10, always a chance.
In our Whole Metal All-Star car, we'll be rotating Cup drivers through that car all season. I'll be in there for 5 select races, and all of our Cup drivers are going to be in there. But we decided to let Jim use it for the preseason race.
Getting some knowledge out there.
As you see the field start to bunch back up again, pace car should be coming off this time by, as we see him make the hard left down the pit road. 6 car, your control car on the outside, into the restart zone, and we are back green at Auto Club here. Teammate on the bottom, the 06. Doesn't let him get too far out in front of him. He's going to slide up right behind him here, as you see some guys start to fan out towards the bottom. 3 wide towards the back half of the top 10 there.
Almost 4 wide there in the back. See all the field just flying by here as they pick up speed coming out of turn 1 and 2.
Rodney Roberts moved up to the, and the 22 car moved up to the 2nd position as we got one spinning up front. I think that might have been the 06.
It was of Dominic Lee. Definitely tapped the wall for sure. He's got a lot of damage on that car. That left front is not rolling.
Oh boy. He was running a really good race too. Strategy got him up front. As you see some debris flying off of his race car there.
Looks like as they entered the corner, Stoltz was there. He tried to turn down, and oh, big contact there.
Oh,
for a lot of other drivers as well. Stuart Harding Walker involved in that. I think the 17 of, or that's not the 17. That's the 24. DeCarlo.
Yeah. I think he got involved there.
He's got front end damage there as well. We saw Harding Walker plow into the back end of that car. So another incident takes out some fast cars. And we're under caution once again here tonight.
As we see the team owners in the Twitch chat going at it. Minky calling out Cody, telling them to meet him at the hauler. Yeah, that was a WRL, or Leach Brothers, I should say, factory wreck there. Former alliances last season, but WRL and the Leach Brothers went Toyota this year.
See DeCarlo, Justin Bell, Sam Bennett, Leeroy Sellers, Dominic Lee, Michael Deitch, John Terrell, and Stuart Harding Walker already on pit road.
Well, if you had a set of tires left, this would be the time to take it.
It would be. Only 9 cars out on the track right now.
Just under 25 to go. We've hit the 100 lap threshold here, so it's when the mind of a driver starts going a little crazy and gotta get up front. So we should see some intense battling, if not maybe some more wrecks. Let's hope not, but it's a lot of fast drivers have been taken out here, and a lot of guys have been escaping it and thriving off of mistakes of others.
Yeah, and we'll see if we'll have the conclusion of the race here when we get back. We'll step aside just for a moment, and we'll find our conclusion of Stage 3 when we get back.
Are you ready to take your sim racing to the next level? If so, VRS is the answer you've been looking for. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything you need to analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off your lap times. Our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the best drivers in the world, including Josh Rogers, Keegan Leahy, Ray Alfala, and Mitchell de Jong. And the good news is VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So, if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad you did. Get the VRS Direct Force Pro today.
Pace car pulling off as we're back here in Auto Club. It's going to be the 6 and the 22 out front. Roebuck and Roberts leading us to green. We're back green.
The App State Ford Mustang, number 6. Getting a good launch here, but Rodney Roberts in that 22. Wanting to challenge him here out of turn 2, and Zach Saunders is side by side with Josh in that 43 as well. Up here for the top 4.
See a big separation there on this restart as well. Everybody single filed out all the way back to, it seems, Jim Mott, who is in 8th. Tommy Carroll, even all these guys are all single file all the way through the back. Few battles going on in the back of the field, but everything going on kind of just settling down now here with 23 to go. We'll see if it starts to pick back up. I think it will. There's no way these guys are going to be settled down with 20 laps left on this board.
Yeah, it should be, you gotta, it's getting close to the point where you gotta give it everything you got in the tank left. Getting to the point where maybe I would say with 12 to 13 to go, you're not so worried about killing your tires, and you're just trying to get up front to that lead as we see the battle for second picking up here. So Saunders is starting to challenge the 22 here. They're not letting the 6 car get away from them yet.
Not just yet. Staying in line like this also does help. See 3 wide here starting up in the background. One car was in the wall there. I think that was Spalding. Looks like Bob Baker and Ken Romano get around again. And they are setting their sights now on the 67 of Dalton Shearer and 54 of Sam Bennett. Currently we have 14 cars on the lead lap.
See Rodney Roberts challenging for the lead here side by side with the 6. He's got a slight advantage here. He's
Oh,
got
that
to push
shove is
for
not
the
gonna be a
60
good
and it
shove.
turned him into the wall. Rodney Roberts in the 22 got a bad push, bad bump, and sent him up the track across the nose of the 6.
And that's what I was saying earlier. Sometimes those bump drafts, whenever you get pushed, it just shoots the car. That was the last incident. We'll go back. There we go. But yeah, as I said, it's just sometimes the shoves just are not good. And like, to me, that's a textbook shove by Saunders. He did nothing wrong there.
It's just that car. I don't know if it's because of the way the tri-oval or how bumpy the tri-oval here is at Auto Club or what. Just a normal textbook bump, and it just sent him straight right. Sent him in to the 6, and where his car was relative to the 6, it just turned him straight out to the outside wall head on. Yeah, that's a textbook.
Pretty much down
That's
the
how
center.
you're supposed to do it. It just sent him off, and as we see the
Oh, you might have got
an
a
exit cone.
penalty as well for that.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll get cleared though.
yeah. I think the cone did survive though, so that's a good.
But he does go
good
down pit road anyway, so taking fresh tires, I believe, in that 60 car. Overshot the stall just a tiny bit. There you go. Get the car jacked up and get those tires on. He'll make another shot here at the seems to be probably
As we
under
see,
10 laps to go.
I believe
We'll see him get
my
up in the top
eyes
5.
My eyes don't deceive me. That's John Connor in the 97 back up there to 3rd. As he was involved in an incident, I believe in stage 2. Incident up front. He's made his way back up there into the top 3. As we see all of our leaders deciding, all but one decide to come down pit road. Looks like the Major's garage car decided to stay out. It's pit stops here.
Joe Gibbons as well. Fuller is a lap down, getting a lap back, so Justin Bell and Joe Gibbons will be your leaders. But everybody else down pit road right now.
This is putting the last set on. 18 to go. Probably be 16 to go when we go green here.
Reports are that Zach Saunders is DQ'd.
DQ'd?
Most likely for incidents caused, if that was his 3rd tonight.
Might have been. I don't recall him.
He is still on pit road and now a lap down, so he is still in his pit stall. So I'm gonna go with that report that he has been DQ'd, because he is gonna be 2 laps down now. There's no way he would just let that happen.
Yeah. Looks like I don't know if Josh was in front of this Blake, but Josh might have jumped the 6th there on pit road and
He did.
for the race off. Great stop by that 43 team.
Bob Baker's gonna have to drop back as these guys get sorted for choose. The 43 go high.
Yep.
Other guys starting it out. Saw Hayden Higginbotham have a good pit stop as well.
So the front 2, marking out the front row there, they are on old tires.
But actually he's a lap down or more, so he's dropping back as well. So yeah, these guys are on a little bit older tires. Just about 7 laps for Justin Bell, and then about 16 laps for Joe Gibbons there on the outside. So Bell's not too much of a disadvantage. However, Gibbons is going to be the one that we're gonna have to look out for here on the outside. He might be out of tires already, so kind of just forced to stay out. Especially with how many cautions going on, it's really hard to pick and choose really when you want to take your tires.
Yeah, pick the right time and hope it works out in the end here though. But we'll see what these guys on first tires, how they get around these two up front. But I believe our control car is the 99 of Justin Bell.
It will be. He's on the bottom, so we haven't seen that in a little bit since the beginning of the race, since those majors cars were stacking up on the bottom. So let's see if Bell can do it.
Yeah, pace car dives down pit road as Justin Bell in the 99 car is your control car. He takes the green flag here. Not the greatest of launches we've seen all day, but he sure does clear with the help from the 6. A great push there on the bottom. They're all lined up there.
Here comes the
See
outside,
the 6
though.
Yep. 6 elects to go all the way up to block the top and run the top here to see if he can get around the 99, which he will do.
54, Sam Bennett sliding down the track, saving the apron. Will stay green, 16 to go. Joe Gibbons falls back to 5th after that restart.
You see the 43 of Josh take a dive to the wet line to get around the 99. Gonna hold even with the 6 here. Not sure if it's gonna stay that way.
Trying to take the lead here.
He's gonna have some help from behind too, so they're gonna be side by side. Josh is actually gonna have the advantage here going into turn 1. He's gonna clear and move all the way up to the top.
And with those fresh tires, he's just got to run and hope it stays green. And he's pretty much got this thing locked up as long as Justin Bell doesn't got anything to say for him on the bottom.
Justin Bell's holding in there pretty good as we see a couple guys get squirrely, but they hold on to it in the back.
Roebuck does have that same strategy as Stoltz, but I don't know if that front end damage is going to play into any factor here as they get deeper into this short run.
And that might have been why. That might have been why Josh beat him off too. He might have been getting a little bit of damage fixed.
Possibly.
If there was any. But as we see, Justin Bell is really hanging in there hard. He's not letting these guys go away too quickly here. He's holding steady second. He's gonna slide up in front of the 6 car and stay there.
See Joe Gibbons also work back up into 4th, holding on nicely with those older tires.
See the 29 and 97 side by side back there for 5th.
Roebuck gonna be forced to stay onto the bottom here as Gibbons gonna get a run to the outside for 3rd. Leaders go to the bottom, back up to the top as they cross their way into 1 and 2. And they're gonna ride that high line. Might give Gibbons a run here on the outside. It's his take 3rd. And with those older tires, it's working out for him right now with 13 to go. But the leaders right now, Stoltz and Bell running away.
Yeah, if Blake wants to catch these 2 leaders here, he's gonna have to
go now.
He's gonna have to go now. I don't know if the balance went away in that car because of the wreck or what happened, but he just doesn't seem like he has the pace he had last run.
Yeah, and after being involved with that incident with Zach Saunders and I believe it was the 06 of Dominic Lee.
Rodney Roberts.
Or Rodney Roberts, yes. Sorry, my bad. Too many Fords out on the track tonight.
Yeah, a lot of Fords. As we see side by side for the lead here, Justin Bell in this 7-lap older tires, challenging the 43 of Josh.
Sends it low side by side through 3 and 4. Going to come back to 11 to go. Almost 3 wide there. John Connor trying to peek a nose. That's all the way back for 5th. Actually 4th.
These guys are still side by side here.
And it's a good thing for Joe Gibbons right now, just sitting in 3rd, just watching these guys side by side. He's closing in just a tiny bit.
Slowly just reel him in as Justin Bell concedes the fight for now.
I think those older tires will start to give way probably here in a couple of laps, and he'll start falling back. But for right now, it's going to give him the best maximum finishing position, honestly.
He tags the wall there, I believe.
Here comes John Connor as well now for 3rd. 10 to go for Josh Stoltz now, as he's going to have just about 0.4 of a second after Justin Bell got the wall there out of turn 4. Here comes John Connor into the middle lane here on Joe Gibbons.
See
Going
Jim
to the
Mott
outside,
hunting
most
that.
likely.
Yeah. Jim Mott's hunting that 6 down too. They getting cracked into the top 5 here.
Just outside
What a
of
great
it.
run that 20 car is having today.
He is, followed by Mason Hoffner and Leeroy Sellers, a Dash Series rookie here in that 25 car. Just inside the top 10, having himself a good night. Also another one of those guys that's kind of had a quiet night. And
Yeah.
it's going to work out pretty well for him as he's stayed out of incidents. Back up front with Josh Stoltz, leading over Justin Bell. Going to go up to about half a second here as he enters turn 1.
Yeah, he's just straddling that seam on the top there, and Justin Bell's just a little bit above the seam, trying to gain as much. Oh, a big wreck in the back.
Yeah, we had guys going, shuffling around. Joe Gibbons is stopped in the middle of the track.
Gibbons,
Jim Mott
Jim
involved
Mott.
in this one. Oh, Roebuck almost hit Jim Mott there as he's coming back down the track.
There seems to be some more damage on that 6 car as well, but Joe Gibbons spun around. We'll have to see what happened here.
I think those old tires started to bite him finally, and I started seeing him falling back, and then the caution came out. So we'll see.
That was the last incident.
It looks like actually it happened in front of him. Roebuck and Jim Mott got into each other. Jim Mott comes back down the track off the wall, tags Gibbons. Looks like Tommy Carroll also involved in that one. Roebuck almost got another piece of the 20.
So this is going to be a very short run here.
And if anybody has tires now, it's definitely going to be
It's now
take
the
'em.
time to take them. Your gamble is paid off.
See, Tommy
Waiting.
Carroll also tagged the 6 pretty good there. On the
Losing the
back end.
hood if the hood was not already lost.
That right front tire is not
Pretty
rolling.
heavy damage to the 56. I think his day is going to be done.
Gibbons will still be rolling, so he'll find himself in 11th right now before he goes down pit road. Seems to me that we have 12 cars on the lead lap right now, so we are dwindling. See if anybody comes down pit road here that was not involved in that wreck. Looks like John Terrell in the 98 coming down pit road. That's a majors entry.
He might have a set left.
He might.
We'll have to see. Yeah, it's going to get really interesting. We're going to go green with
We'll have about 5
5
laps.
to go.
Yeah, about 5 laps to go here when we go back racing.
them only being 12 drivers on the lead lap or something like that. It's not going to be too much of a tall
Does
task
have a
to
little
get back
bit
up
of
there.
rear end damage, but if he's taking tires here, it's going to be very helpful. We'll see if he does. I'm not seeing anything, unfortunately. Thinking everybody used their sets. Looks like DeCarlo still has a set. He's actually on the lead lap as well. This could work out for him, but he does have a lot of front end damage. He's going to have to get this fixed up here before he drives off pit road. See the
Space Car's middle back, so he's
slew
got
of
some time
cars.
here.
Slew of
Yeah.
cars on pit road.
Yes. A lot of damaged and hurt cars on pit road there.
So Josh Stoltz going to hold on to the lead right now. Probably a lot of nerves going on in his head as he's got Justin Bell, John Connor just behind him.
I mean, yeah, he's had opportunities to win the last 2 nights and slipped out from his hands, so he's trying to make sure that doesn't happen again tonight.
Imagine if it happens 3 nights in a row. I mean, it's got to be
Well,
third time's the charm, right?
It's got to be, but you never know with the Crown Jewel Racing League. It's just you can never predict things correctly. It seems like never goes your way.
You definitely
So-
can't. So it looks like Tommy Carroll going to be dropping out of the race. So we'll have 11 cars on the lead lap as Jim Mott going to be scored one of the last ones on the lead lap. But as the field chooses, Justin Bell, aka SpongeBob, he's going to be on the outside just behind Stoltz, elects to give up that second spot and that front row spot and decides to go behind Stoltz.
I think that's a good move for Justin. Tires are more worn than the others. tires get worn and you've been running the top a lot, it's a lot harder to run the bottom quickly. So I think that was just a smart choice by Justin, just to stay up top and follow the 43. See if he can force him into a mistake to get around him. But this is going to be an interesting restart with 5 to go.
It will be, and we know for sure that Carlo has fresh tires. He will be back in 10th, though, on this restart. So all the way back in 10th with fresh tires, 5 laps to go.
Catch up.
Is there enough time with that damage also on the front end? I don't know. It's fresh tires, though, so.
The fresh tires are fresh tires. They do wonderful things for you.
Pace car with his lights off. Josh Stoltz has no lights on his car. Pace car rolls off down to pit road. 5 laps to go. Here we go. It's Auto Club. It's fast. It's about 180 miles an hour, maybe 190. And we're green. Here we go.
You see the 97 get a decent launch here, but 43 did clear. You're going to see what they can do. 97 is going to slide right up in front of that 3rd place car of Justin Bell. He's going to go low. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead. Josh Schultz is just going to drop John Connor to the lead here, followed by Justin Bell.
And don't look now, but Leeroy Sellers up to 4th.
He's charging.
He's a newcomer, first race here, and up to 4th right now, but these 3 are starting to pull away, honestly, from the rest of the field. Oh boy, Connor and Bell both hit the wall. Connor sliding down the track. Does he save it? He does, but sliding in the background, caution going to come back out. That is someone, I don't know who it is, but Justin Bell going to be scored the leader here as we're going to go to overtime. And oh my goodness.
Leeroy has made his way up into the top 3.
Looks like this one was going to be for 29 of Mason Hoffner. Did get it going once again. No major damage on that car. Should be good to go. But what a restart that was there up front. Stoltz didn't have what he needed up on the top. Had to drop back all the way to 3rd.
Yeah, I don't know
and then coming out of turn 4 there, Connor, after having the crazy restart, loses the car.
Yeah, he got lucky. That cost. He's got some rear end damage though, so on that right side. But I don't think it's anything too severe to hinder him from challenging for this win here.
Auto Club has turned into a wreck fest here tonight. And it's a battle of gladiators right now out on track. Who can survive? We'll see Nathan Fuller getting another lap back. Still 6 laps down, but up to 13th now.
I thought Nathan Fuller was on the lead lap. I was like, oh, he's charging, but I was wrong.
He has worked his way up to 13th after we checked in last time. I believe he was 21st. So with all these guys dropping, it's moved him up.
Yeah. Over the course of a long season like this Xfinity season will be, it's going to be important to stay out and collect all these points you can, because you'll never know when you're
to drive a damaged car.
Yep, you never know when you're going to be on the bubble with 2 points to make the playoffs if you didn't get into victory lane, and if you would have just kind of stayed out there and wheeled the car around for a couple more laps, you would have been above by 2 points. So glad to see some of these guys are already getting into the right mindset here for the season.
So Justin Bell gonna have the choice here to lead the field to green for this potential last restart of the race. We'll say potential because we're not 100% sure. With this race especially, with the way it's gone so far, it's been chaos, it's been fun.
Yeah, I believe 16 cautions so far.
And
to this point, which it hasn't felt like 16 cautions, I'll tell you that. It's been action-packed all night long. Great racing. A lot of guys trying to go for the same spot, same spot on track, and it's just not working out that way. As we see, Justin Bell is going to elect to take the bottom. Josh is going to go up high. John Connor's going to follow Justin to the bottom there. I believe that's Leeroy Sellers, second on the top.
And the only real player of contention here that's kind of interesting out of this battle that we haven't seen up on screen already is going to be John Terrell in the number 98.
Yep.
Who might have fresh tires. He was on pit road on lap 118.
Yeah, he'll be third row on the inside, and on the outside of him will be Sam Bennett. And it'll be Joe Gibbons, Mason Hoffner, Colby in the 24. Behind them, and running out the top 10 is the sixth machine of Blake. So lights are off. We're going green this time. 2-lap shootout, overtime rules. Next, if you get the white flag, next flag ends the race. If not, caution comes up before that white flag comes up. We'll re-rack them and do it again how many times it takes to get it done tonight.
And actually with iRacing, once you get the white flag, it's actually checkered. There's no other flag that can come out once you get the white. So it's the first one back to the line. But
That's
lights
right, I
are
forgot
out.
they changed that.
He dives down pit road. And here we go. It's Crown Jewel overtime. Here in Auto Club. Through the restart zone, through the gears. Stoltz with a good start. Actually, that's Bell, sorry.
Bell with a great start. He's going to clear and move up to the top. John Connors are going to be looking to throw it in here low here. We'll see what John has for the 99, and if the 43 can scoot around these two on the top. Looks like that's not going to happen.
Bell
for
covered
the
off the
43
bottom
now.
for 1 and 2. So that's going to take
43's
away
got to
Connor's
run. Yep, 43's got to run. He's going to look low here to the 97 of John Connor. He's got to get this pass done quick if he wants a chance, because if he's sitting here side by side, that's going to allow the 99 to just scoot away.
Yeah, it might be what Justin Bell needs here. But we're coming out of turn 4 for the possible final time tonight. Coming to the line, and white flag is going to be out. We're going to see the checkered after only 1 overtime attempt. Let's see what happens. Is it going to be Justin Bell? Is it going to be Josh Stoltz? Is it going to be John Connor? Or could it be Leeroy Sellers back and forth? Who can it be? It could be anybody's race here.
Yep, Josh Schultz going all the way up to the top, but the 99 just had a great entry throughout. We'll see what he has here for a run down the back. Big wreck in the back, but we're going to fight this one to the line. Justin Bell elects to go low. See if he can slide up here in front of the 43. He will.
Out of
See
turn
if he can
4.
hold him
Here
off.
comes the crossover move
Throws
from
the
Josh
block.
Stoltz. Side by side
And
to the line. It's
Justin
going to be
got it.
Justin Bell getting the win. Oh, just about 3/1000ths of a second, or 3/100ths, sorry. And a very close finish there to the line. Justin Bell gets it just barely over Josh Stoltz.
What a great strategy by the 99 there.
And Stoltz unable to come away with victory for the 3rd time in a row.
That's tough. John Connor rebounding for a 3rd place finish there as well. But Justin Bell getting the win here at Auto Club for the Team Conti Dash Series preseason race.
Very good start to his preseason here, as he's gonna give us some victory donuts. As I'd say that's maybe the only breakfast food some of us like, but maybe not all of us. But we definitely love those donuts, and he's gonna burn it down here in Auto Club.
I know Justin had a tough season last year, I believe. And I think he might have won a dual race in the Cup Series, but since then, I don't think he had the greatest of seasons. But it's a great way to start off 2025 in the preseason race here. Getting the win in the Xfinity Series.
Especially against all the other teams that are definitely going to be full-time. So
yeah.
Knowing the guys that he's going to be up against, being able to come out on top against all of them, it gives you that confidence going into Daytona and throughout the rest of the season that will kind of be unmatched to anybody else's, I would say, right now heading into Daytona.
Yeah. And
so we'll go through the finishing results here, as we'll let the podium guys get into their channel so we can drag them up and interview them. But let's go ahead and look at our final results here tonight after a very wild, very chaotic Auto Club race. Hollywood 250. Justin Bell on top, as we said. Josh Stoltz. See there, it was 0.027 of a difference there. 125 laps comes down to that. You see John Connor in third, Leeroy Sellers in fourth, and then John Terrell in fifth. We're gonna have to definitely figure that out, but we'll have media day coming up, so that'll definitely get all sorted out by that time, and by regular season we'll be announcing all these guys' names perfectly. Kobe DiCarlo in sixth, Joe Gibbons seventh, Mason Hoffner in eighth, Blake Roebuck in ninth, and then Jim Mott running out the top 10 tonight, followed by Sam Bennett in 11th. That's going to be the last car on the lead lap as well. Nathan Fuller, the first car, 5 laps down. So a good recovery drive for him there in that 23 or 17. We'll have to get that fixed as well. But Tommy Carroll in 13th, Dalton Shearer in 14th. We got Cameron Romano 15th, Hayden Higginbotham in 16th, Bob Baker and Rodney Roberts round out 17th and 18th here tonight. You want to go ahead and read us through the rest of the field if you can read that. I don't know if you can. Oh,
I can't.
Not okay. I'll
I
finish it out. But Zach Saunders 19th, Stuart Harding Walker in 20th. Some of these guys, I believe, did not finish this race. Dominic Lee in 21st, Michael Deitch 22nd, Noah Spalding 23rd, Bill Martin falls to 24th. Ronnie Pitcock also falls all the way back to 25th after being a strong car up front. Chris Mathis to 26th, Tyler Krajik to 27th, Nick Badson and Jared Bundy, 2 factory cars that were showing out pretty strong here. All the way back in 28th and 29th after being involved in incidents. Caden Perkins dropped out of the race early on in 30th. Ted Lisby as well in 31st. And then they're going to be followed by Ryan Persinger in 32nd and Sylvan Jolly that we saw that unfortunate incident at the beginning of the race there in 33rd.
Well, let's talk to our third place finisher here. Let me get him up here. That would be John Connor, our third place finisher here tonight. Crazy finish. Just kind of walk us through that last overtime restart from your perspective. John, you got us?
Oh. Huh? Earth to John? Oh.
Oh. There's something.
His mic just turned on.
All right, here we go. Sorry about that.
There we
I
go.
can get
My
headset died.
No, you're all good. Okay. Crazy overtime finish. Come away third. Not the result you want, but still a good podium finish. Just walk us through that last restart.
Yeah, it was crazy. The whole final restart, even before that, when I got hit into the wall with my quarter panel, managing to keep that straight, and then also almost spinning out in the front stretch, just being able to save those in the first place is like saved our race. So to finish third is actually incredible after everything we went through the last 15, 20 laps there. So also coming back from missing the pit box, I don't know, that it was an amazing race. Everyone up front, it was so much fun on the restarts, going 3 wide and side by side all the way around. Man, that was fun.
Yeah, with this being a preseason race, obviously getting ready for regular season, and this being a part-time series for you, you're going to be mainly focused on the Cup Series. Just a little bit of extra practice heading into the season. Just wanted to ask you what that is going to give you kind of as we gear up and get ready for, regular season competition.
Yeah, it gets me back in the rhythm of this series, and also iRacing pretty much in general, because I kind of took a little bit of a break because I did it so much last season trying to prepare for that championship and all that. So a lot of fun, and glad to be back. Glad the series is back up and running, and happy how it's going right now.
Well, I congratulate you on your hard-fought third place. You were all over the place tonight, getting involved in stuff, almost losing the car, saving the car, restarts. Congratulations on the third place, and go have fun with your team down there.
Yeah, and thank you guys so much for the broadcast.
Of course. We'll
Thank
be
you.
here pretty much all season.
Pretty much.
Yeah, glad to hear that. Have a great night.
Have a good one.
That's John
So that
Connor
was
in third.
yeah. So let's bring up our
Pretty,
second place
pretty
finisher
happy,
here.
happy driver. Moved
Yeah.
biggest mover of the race. 27
Yeah,
spots up.
he was he was everywhere tonight. Up front. I think he got wrecked. Went to the back. Got back up there. Almost wrecked. And came away with the third. But let's bring up our second place finisher here. Josh, it's boys in the booth. Congratulations on your second place finish. Crazy overtime restart. Kind of just walk us through that from your perspective here.
Well, I was really hoping we didn't get that second last caution.
Yeah, you were flying there, and what happened? Like you just were off the pace then after that second to last one.
I was driving just praying there wasn't a caution. I saw the gap behind me was increasing, and I was just trying to make it bigger and bigger and bigger, and it was working a little bit, and then the caution came out and kind of just destroyed all that. But I had a lot of fun. I have a few words that I cannot say to some drivers, but it's preseason. I don't really care. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
But I race people how they race me. A lot of people in here race me clean. There's a few guys that it's like, you doored me once or twice, whatever. I won't remember it because I'm not running this full time anyways. It's not like I care. But,
gotcha. Yeah. You kind of touched on it. What could you have changed from your approach here in the closing laps to come away one spot better with the victory?
Honestly, probably just on that final restart, drive it deeper into 3 and 4. I think it's pretty obvious. I loved ripping the top tonight.
Yeah,
That's my favorite place to be on this track. I don't know why, it just works for me. But it is. I also have a love-hate relationship with this track. I didn't even make it 25 laps in the truck race last night. Just made an adjustment after the stage and spun myself, but feels a lot better to get it almost done tonight. But I came into this with low expectations, but I was gonna take a top 10. I'll gladly take a second place, especially after being sideways or completely backwards after halfway through the second stage.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on the other races that we've had so far this week as well as tonight. I want to ask you first: are you racing in the Cup race tomorrow night?
That I will not.
Okay. So unfortunately, the third time is not the charm, and will not be able to walk away with the victory. But we've seen you all up front all week, basically throughout this preseason week here at Auto Club. So I would say you've put the field on watch, basically, just letting them all know that you got speed. Just very unfortunate not coming away with a win this weekend at all. I just want to ask you, how do you keep yourself up in good spirits heading into the regular season now? Obviously, being so close to win, but not getting it.
Yeah, like I said, it's preseason with this. It would have been nice to come away with at least one, but it's like I said, preseason doesn't matter all that much. It's just kind of good to test, good to kind of get used to some of the guys that I'll be racing with, especially for trucks, because that will be full time, and probably ARCA, kind of depending on other stuff. But Xfinity, I like I said, I don't plan on full time. Maybe speedways, maybe road courses, but that's probably it.
All right. Well, nothing else from Nathaniel. That's all we got for you. Congratulations on your second place finish here, and go have fun tonight.
I gotta work
did-
early tomorrow, so
well, that's tomorrow's problem.
Yeah, we know that.
I like the way you think. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
So Josh Stoltz coming home in second. Unfortunately, just a spot shy of that grand victory that he was looking for this weekend, possibly. But he's gonna have a full season of racing to get more of those victories. So I expect to see him up front definitely throughout the rest of the season.
So do I. Well, let's talk to the man of the hour.
Hola.
The man of the hour here, Justin Bell.
Yeah.
Our winner at Auto Club.
Mr.
Hell yeah.
SpongeBob.
Yes.
Pulled a big strategy move there, staying out on 7-lap old tires at the time. And it ended up paying off for you, bud. Just walk us through the strategy there and walk us through your night and how you made the moves you needed to make to come away with the victory tonight.
Well, we kind of were in the back majority of that race, and then got kind of caught up in a couple of wrecks and ended up going 3 down. So I had to fix a bunch of repairs. I had like 3 minutes of repairs. So I got the 3 laps back, and I had an extra set on the wall. I had a caution right after I got my final lap back, and I just pitted it and just rolled it out from there. I had one more set. There was one more set left. I thought about changing them on that last start, but it was just not worth it. They weren't falling off that much, enough to really kill them.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like out there tonight that once again track position was really the factor once the tires kind of set in and weren't fresh anymore. I wanted to ask you kind of how it felt out there when just the difference between fresh tires obviously and then whenever you guys got later into runs whenever they weren't having so much grip on them.
My car was really good on the bottom in fresh tires. As it went out, you had to run the outside because it just started going. And especially as it got colder during the day, during the night, the track got colder. It was way better on the bottom. That's why I stuck to the bottom on those last couple restarts because I knew it was going to hook it. And we rolled out on it. I almost let him get to me. He was close.
Very close.
Yeah. I had Harding, Mr. Harding in my ear the whole time there at the last couple laps after he got wrecked out. And everybody else, I was the last one of the Tipton Harding boys left. Everybody else was crashed or wrecked out.
Yeah, and obviously starting the preseason off with a big bang here at Auto Club heading towards Daytona and towards the rest of the regular season now. I've kind of asked this general question to the other guys that finished on the podium, but what is your kind of expectations now, especially after seeing tonight how you were able to kind of pick your way through the field there and be a little bit of a contender there in the middle of the race, and then near the end definitely a big-time contender there with good strategy call. Just, throughout the rest of the season, where do you think you're going to be able to stack yourself up?
I'm hoping to run for a championship. I did decent last year when I ran the Cup last year. I did decent in there. Had some really bad situations. Got wrecked a lot. Kind of why I dropped down. Trying to run these cars I like a lot better than next gens. But I'm going to try to run for a championship. I got my teammate. Zach's fast. So might have to be going up against him a bunch. So it should be interesting.
Well, yeah, we hope to see you up front often this season.
I'm gonna try. We're going to Daytona. I like Daytona.
Yeah, hope.
That's my
Didn't
jam.
you win the duel last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Okay, I was right. You won one of the duels last year, so we know you're good on super speedways.
Yeah,
so,
we last year we swept the duels as
That's right.
the whole team.
That's right. You and Caleb won the duels.
Yeah.
So, well, we look forward and hoping to talking to you more post race like this.
I hope
as
so too. I
season
like coming
goes
up
on.
here.
Well, congratulations. Have fun with the boys down there.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll see you at Daytona.
Yeah, go enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
Well, there we go. That is our winner of the night. As the regular season continues on, we'll actually add in more interview segments as well at the post race. But for just tonight, we'll just do podium itself. Obviously, on tomorrow night, we'll have Crown Jewel Cup coverage with help of Wind Tunnel TV up in the booth tomorrow. And then on Saturday night, we will have our Crown Jewel 2025 Media Day headed by myself and help from the boys at High Velocity TV and Wind Tunnel TV as well. Other than that, our regular season really starts off on the 16th of February on that Sunday for ARCA at Daytona, and that full week will be a full week of racing at Daytona with trucks, Xfinity, and Cup as well. So we'll get ready for that. We also do have our Clash coming up as well as our Daytona duels for the Crown Jewel Cup Series. But yeah, I would say the main thing coming up is going to be Media Day. You'll be able to get to meet team owners. Some of the sponsors will come in and talk to us, as well as some of the drivers as well, some of the rookies, and just a whole bunch of fun basically on Media Day, and getting to meet everybody and get ready for the regular season. So before I pass my final segment off, I want to ask Zach if you got anything to say.
Nah, I was just it was very fun. Great racing tonight. Maybe got to clean up a little bit of the cautions here, but that's what the preseason race is for. With all the new guys we got getting comfortable with each other, learning how each other drive, how they drive, and learning how to be around that and what you can do to minimize the wrecks. It should be a very fun season. I hope to be up here pretty frequently when I'm not in my select races in the Xfinity Series. So it should be a fun year to broadcast, and should be a very, very entertaining series to watch as well.
I think it definitely will be for sure up in the booth to watch. I most likely will actually be in the car at Daytona in the 82 for Hollywood Motorsports, so we'll see who's going to end up heading the broadcast. But we'll have pretty much everything that you guys saw tonight, as well as a few other things added in as we get closer to the regular season. Pretty much everything's going to be fully finalized, and you guys are kind of looking at a good preview of what we're going to see throughout the rest of this 2025 Team Conti Sim Performance Dash Series season. And yeah, I would say that's pretty much it for the rest of the night. We'll see you all tomorrow night on Wind Tunnel TV, and also on Saturday back here on the Crown Jewel Race Network for Media Day.
That's Saturday?
It is Saturday.
Jeez, it's holy cow! I tell you, this off season flew by. But just to touch on tomorrow a little bit, since obviously we're both competing full time in the Cup Series. Excited for tomorrow. We'll get to see where everyone's at. I know I put in zero work over the off season. I took the off season off. But I'm excited for tomorrow. It should be even better. Hopefully, even better racing than we saw tonight, which is going to be hard to top. But I think us in the Cup Series will be able to do that. We put on some pretty masterclass performances last season. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be a tough choice, honestly, between this and the Cup Series, which is going to be the more entertaining one to watch. I would say they're both going to be very entertaining, but one's going to be more consistently entertaining.
Yeah, and that might be the Xfinity Series might be a little more entertaining. I'm going to be honest.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see as the season plays out. It's definitely going to be fun to watch it up in the booth, though.
Yeah, well, it'll be a blast all season. So just outside of that, thank you guys for tuning in and watching the Crown Jewel coverage of Team Conti Sim Performance Dash Series.
This was the Hollywood 250 here at Auto Club Speedway. It's going to be your boys up in the booth, Nathaniel Campbell and Zach Johnson signing out for the night. We'll see y'all in February.